Chief Lisa Daftari and former Deputy National Security Advisor Steve Yates. Great to have both of you on. Steve, here's the president, followed by Secretary of State Marco Rubio, both of them talking about the Strait of Hormuz.
We want it open. We want it free. We don't want tolls. It's international. It's an international waterway. They're not charging tolls. Right now, they are losing $500 million a day is what it's projected.
No one in the world is in favor of a tolling system. It can't happen. It would be unacceptable. It would make a diplomatic deal unfeasible if they were to continue to pursue that. So it's a threat to the world.
So if I have this right, Steve Yates, the consensus seems to be there are two red lines now. One, the Strait of Hormuz has to be open and free, and two, the uranium has to be out and away.
Well, especially on the Straits of Hormuz, this is one of those where I have a hard time understanding why this wasn't an urgent priority a month ago. All of the diplomatic back and forth, it just seems like the Iranians are playing for time. The nuclear parts, is very, very important, but there are lots of tools to be able to deal with that once major military operations are down. The Strait has to be open, and they cannot do this with impunity.
Speaking of time, Morgan Ortagus, former White House envoy, said this about dealing with Iran.
I would encourage the president is to not fall into the trap that the Iranians like to do, like they've done for 47 years, which is to drag things out and to bide time.
And nobody knows that better than you, Lisa. They've been doing it like 47 years, as she says. They love to buy time.
Absolutely. This is their weapon of choice. And every time that they do buy time, they're able to rearm and regroup and to just reload and get prepared for yet another round if that should be the case. Look, just to survive will equal victory to this regime. And we know that. And we cannot give them a victory. What will that look like to the Chinas and to the Russias? What will that look like for this regime? If we are to cut a deal with them, we have to give them some of their unfrozen assets, which is going to be to the tune of billions of dollars like we saw before. We're going to give them a chance to, again, build themselves up. We're going to throw them a lifeline, and we're going to see more of the same. Funding of the proxies, amassing their missiles and their drones, spinning the centrifuges, getting a nuclear weapon. We have never seen any honesty from this regime. Who are we dealing with anyway? Who are we giving a deal to anyway? So the foregone conclusion then becomes, let's not piecemeal this challenge. Let's not look at this like the Hormuz is one challenge. The nuclear portfolio is another challenge. From the beginning of this war, Donald Trump looked at the regime as one big threat, and we should go back to that perspective.
Meantime, here's a former U.S. Special Envoy for Iran. His name is Brian Hook, and he says that he thinks that Tehran wants to get hit again. Steve, watch.
Well, I think there are some parts of the Iranian regime that actually do want to get hit again. They don't really care about the people. They don't care about the country. They just care about staying into power. Their theory of the case is that every time they get hit and survive, it shows them to be even more invincible and stronger.
What do you think, Steve? Is it a reasonable assumption?
There is something to this idea. And I do think that we have to take it seriously, that part of what's happening here, we have remnants of a regime that told us in February that we will not give you in negotiation what you cannot take from us militarily. And I don't think that their position has changed. And so we have papers going back and forth, but these remnants are doing exactly what Mr. Hooker is saying, of I dare you to hit me, and if you can't, then I'm winning.
Yeah. Meantime, you have Baghdad Bob. I'm not really sure what his exact title is. Aragachi, a foreign minister spokesperson, but he says that Iran is prepared for both peace and for war, Lisa.
Should it become necessary, should the interests of the state dictate that we prepare ourselves in the field of diplomacy, of discussion, of negotiation, then we will prepare ourselves. But with strength, the same strength with which the armed forces prepare themselves in defense of the country.
Except they can't defend the country. They can buy time, they can do stall tactics, but they cannot defend the country, Lisa. What do you think?
No, but this, if we needed yet another example, is what we're going to get. It's just continuation of these lies and lies and lies. To what end? It doesn't take 6 weeks. I don't know why we're showing them so much patience and grace. They know where to find us. Come at us with a deal that says no proxies, no nuclear weapons, no tolls at Hormuz. Why haven't they? Because this regime was not designed to be reformed, was not designed to make compromises, was not designed to be honest. It was designed to use a deadly ideology to stay in power, to suppress its own people, to dominate a region, and then to export that ideology to the rest of the world. And that's exactly what they're doing. And this is our one chance to hopefully stop them.
Lisa, Steve, thank you both. Coming up.